before this video starts, I do just want to mention I'm hosting another Wildcat bundle giveaway. Like, this is a whole different giveaway. I know I've done a few over the last few weeks. I'm literally spoiling you guys, but yeah, I'm doing another one. I've teamed up with my friends at Fortnite Fnatic to give you guys this $100 skin. To be entered, first of all, just make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Make sure to drop a like on this video, and then after you've done that, I will leave a link at the top of the description. It'll be a link to a video. Basically, just click onto the video, make sure you drop a like, and just give it a quick watch. There'll be a few more rules you'll have to follow there, but trust me, it's super easy and it will be worth it. Good luck, everyone. Yo guys, what is going on? It's your boy Fxtch here, back with another daily upload, day number 130, and in today's video I'm going to be showing, or I guess giving you guys the best Windows settings, so the best PC onboard Windows settings to boost FPS within Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 5. Now of course we're going to hop straight into things. It's going to be a very quick, straightforward video, but before we do so, the least I ask from you guys, if you guys go ahead to enjoy this video in any way, shape or form, the least I ask from you guys is that you drop a like for me, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. We're super close to 100k subscribers right now. Like, we're very close, so to hit that would just be insane. You know, subscribing to the channel is completely free, literally takes 2 seconds, and the best part is that you can always unsubscribe later down the line, so you know, just give your boy that chance. Okay, so we are gonna hop straight into things. I'm over on my desktop right now. You guys will need to be in the same position as me, so just go over to your desktop or whatever, just put this video onto your phone, or just minimize the tab, whatever you want to do. Maybe just put it on a different monitor, but yeah, just make sure you can follow along with what I'm doing here. So the first thing we're going over are the Windows personalization and visual settings. So what you guys want to do is just right click your desktop, and you should see this right here. It should just literally say personalize. If you can't see that, you can just search it up and you will see themes and related settings, but you can access it right here. Once you're here, the first thing you want to do is go down to themes and just ensure you're using the basic Windows theme. So this one right here, I already have mine selected. I don't want to reselect it because what it's going to do is it will completely reset my background. It will completely reset my taskbar. I don't want that to happen. But yeah, for you guys, you want to actually click this right here. It should just literally be Windows. You will either have this background or it'll be more of a like a darker blue, like an old style Windows background, but just click the default Windows theme. And then once you have done that, you want to go over to background, so just to the tab right at the top, and you want to select solid color. Now of course you can use your own personalized backgrounds. As you can see, I can use like this animated one on Wallpaper Engine. This isn't the best for performance, isn't the best for FPS, and the whole point of this video is basically to have the best performance. So what you want to do is preferably select solid color right here. Now of course you can use custom backgrounds if you want. Again, I've already mentioned they do basically decrease performance, so yeah, just do solid color and just select any color. Usually I just use black. It's the most neutral and it looks the best, I guess. And now moving down to the colors tab here, what you want to do is, obviously this doesn't really matter right here. You can use light mode, dark mode, does not matter. I recommend dark mode. It just looks a lot cleaner on Windows. The second thing you want to do is ensure that transparency effects are turned off, because yeah, you don't want them turned on. They can basically just decrease performance. But yeah, once you've done that, you can cross out of there. Now what you're going to do is go down to the bottom, right click your like Windows icon and go up to system. When you're on here, you want to go to system info, should be right at the top near related settings. You want to go to advanced system settings, and this should open this system properties box. You want to go to advanced, so this little advanced tab, and go to performance, go to settings, and on this visual effects tab, I'd recommend you do custom. And what I'll do is basically just untick everything besides what I've got ticked here. Now for the best performance, honestly, just keep everything unticked. It isn't like that much of an issue, but if you want your videos to look at least moderately good, you can just literally just copy mine right here. But assuming you've now done that, you want to go to advanced, and then you want to select programs. So on process scheduling, just adjust best performance for programs. And now the last thing to do in here, you're gonna go to where it says virtual memory, go to change. First of all, untick this top box right here, select no paging file and press set, and just press yes. And now what you're gonna do is select custom size, and basically what you're doing here is inputting a number all depending on your RAM. So I personally have 32 gigabytes of RAM, whereas I'm sure a lot of you guys probably have either 8 or 16. Now if you have 8, you want to input double of 8, so that is 16. But how you want to input it is like this, 16,000. So for 8 gigabytes, you double that, that is 16. You input it as 16,000, and then you do the bottom one here also as 16,000. So this is the exact number you'd put in if you have 8 gigabytes. Now if you have 16 gigabytes of RAM, you just put 32,000, and just make sure you do that on both here. And for me, as I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, I'm going to do 64,000. So just like this, and yeah, there we go. Now what you're gonna do is make sure you press set, and then just press OK, and you may get this pop-up here basically just saying you need to restart your PC. We'll do that at the end of the video, so just press OK, press apply, and then press OK, and you can basically just come off this. this. If it prompts you to restart, just press restart later. And now we are all done almost for like the visual and personalization side to Windows. Now what we want to do is actually work on our Windows display settings. So to do so, you can right click and it should be here. If you don't see it here, just basically type it in your search bar, but I can access it right here just by right clicking the desktop. But once you're on display right here, what I'd recommend is first of all, you have your scale and layout set to 100%. This is just the best for Windows. It'll give you the least input lag, and it's just generally like you want to be using 100%. And everything else here is kind of just self-explanatory. It's like your resolution, just use your native monitor resolution. Of course, have this on landscape, and I wouldn't worry about much more here besides going down to advanced display settings. Select whatever monitor is your main monitor. You can do this for all your monitors, but preferably your main one. We'll just work on that for now. So my main one is this right here. I'm going to select the display adapter properties, and what you want to do is first of all go to monitor and just ensure that the highest refresh rate is selected here. And once you have done that, just apply, exit out of here, and we're all done for the display settings. And now it's time to work on just basic like Windows onboard settings. Now these are going to be the most important ones in this video, but yeah, just pay attention. There's a lot we have to change here, but what you want to do is just search up settings right here and go into the settings app, or basically just the first thing that comes up. And now we're gonna have to go through all of these and just tamper with the settings and basically just turn off a lot of stuff, because there's so much unnecessary stuff that's turned on and it adds load to your system and can basically just give you worse FPS. So we're gonna start with system here. This will bring us to the same display tab, but there isn't really much to change here besides notification and actions. Just ensure all of these are turned off. You can usually just do it right at the top with this button. It should just turn off absolutely everything. The same with things like focus assist, power and sleep. Just have these both set to never. And that is basically it in here. There really isn't much to worry about on this system tab. But now let's go to network and internet. You don't have to worry about devices. You don't have to worry about phone. That just has nothing on. We'll go to network and internet, and you may need to change a few things in here. There really isn't much, but things like VPN, if you don't use a VPN, just ensure these are both turned off. The same with things like background data, just have that turned to never. And proxy, I'm sure you don't use a proxy, so yeah, also have all of this turned off here. This won't make much difference to performance, but it's just you don't want them on. But now moving down to apps, as we've already done personalization, so go down to app. This one's really important. So starting off first with apps and features. Now this is all down to you, because I'm sure you have a lot of applications on here that you really don't need. Honestly, I'm due to go through mine and delete some stuff because there's so much things on here, like so much storage that is being used on applications I don't use anymore. So yeah, I really do need to uninstall some of this, like WhatsApp. I don't use that personally. VR chat, I haven't played that in a long time. Things like this Gilded application, I don't know, ExpressVPN, I don't use any of these. So just go through and delete things that you 100% don't use, because it will just free up storage, free up space, and that if you've got too much storage, your games are going to start lagging. But everything else here you can kind of just ignore. But then going all the way down now to startup, what you want to do is just turn off as many things here as possible. So for me, I need all of these turned on, but I'm sure you guys have a lot of stuff you don't need turned on. So yeah, just go through and untick as much as possible. Basically, the less things you have coming on startup is just the better. So what you can also do is actually go to your task manager. So mine is down here. You can usually access it by just right clicking here, but or you can just search up. But once you're on your task manager, go to startup, and this may actually give you a few more options to like remove some things that won't show on here, but for me, like, it's all just the same. But for whatever reason, not everything will show on like this little settings bits. So yeah, you may actually have to disable some manually right here. But once you've done that, you can now go back to like, the little home page. Now go to gaming. Now this is another huge one. Make sure game bar is turned off. Like in no circumstance do you want this turned on here. Now go to game mode. This you do want turned on. There's usually a lot of confusion with this. People think game bar and game mode are like the same thing. They're completely not. Game mode is completely different, and it actually does help performance. So ensure this is turned on, and yeah, just this needs to be turned off. And now going to ease of access. Basically, you're just turning off as much as possible. So I actually had these turned on, which is really bad. I mean, it does make Windows look worse, but obviously it gives you better performance, and it really doesn't make it look that bad. Like, it's doable. So you can turn off these. Personally, I use them. I use transparency for my wallpaper, my taskbar down here, but that's just because my PC can run it. If you have a loan system, I recommend turning all these off. Like, basically what you want to do is just turn off as much as possible. Like, most of this stuff you really don't want to tamper with too much, but there definitely is some things you will want to turn off. Like, you can kind of just see what I've got turned on or off here. Of course, just make sure you read what you're actually turning off and disabling, because some of it you may actually need, but for the most part, yeah, you don't, and they are just kind of in the background for no reason. But now you've done ease of access. The last thing, I think, just go to privacy, another one where you just want to turn off as much as possible. There's going to be a great deal of things here turned on, so just copy what I've got here, turn basically everything off. Things like your location, like the camera, you will want this one on if you use, I don't know, for example, I use this face cam here. Microphone, another one you want turned on. Just select what applications. I think you should just narrow down this as much as possible, but I've turned off some, as you can see. But obviously the applications I use, I have turned on just so my mic works. But yeah, just basically go through, turn off as much things as possible. It's kind of self-explanatory. There's a great deal of stuff here. Background apps, another one This one is so important. Just make sure you turn literally all of these off. Just literally toggle this right here, let apps run in the background, toggle that off. And yeah, that's basically it. I think the last one would be updates and security. You can kind of just copy what I've got here. I literally have Windows Defender fully turned off because it's just not good for your PC performance wise. I actually use Malwarebytes, so I just use a third-party virus protection, which I can kind of just toggle on and off because you don't want it running when you're playing games because that can affect performance. So there's another thing you can do. You can maybe turn off Windows Defender and instead invest in something like Malwarebytes, which you have full control over. But now moving on to power plan. So what you want to do is just search up power right here or power plan, and you should see edit power plan. You want to go on this, and then you want to go back to power options and just ensure that you are on the most optimal power plan. Now I am on one called Lurid's power plan. He's just a guy who optimizes PCs. He done my whole PC for me. Yeah, I guess shout out to him. I can't give you this power plan because it's his own personalized one, but the best power plan you can use outside of high performance would be ultimate performance, which you guys probably don't have. But to get it, all you want to do is just literally go to Google, search up how to enable ultimate performance, press enter, and honestly I guess I can show you here, but it'll be on the first website. You should get a line of code. So yeah, just like this, you'll get a line of code. You're gonna go into your command prompt or your PowerShell. I'd recommend going into just your command prompt and running it as administrator. This should just black my screen up for a second, but what you're gonna do is this line of code, you can literally just search up and find this website. I'll probably just put the code in the description, but what you want to do is just paste the line of code, press enter, and yeah, basically once you do that, it should say this ultimate performance. And now when you go to your edit power plan, if I reload this right now, I should basically just have that option. So yeah, right here, ultimate performance, and what you guys would do, you just select that. And now the last and final thing you want to do in Windows is now go to your search bar, go to Msconfig. What we're going to do here is just ensure that our system hardware is running at its best and our processor is using all available cores. So yeah, you just want to search in Msconfig. You should get this little thing here, system configuration. If you don't get that, type in run, and instead just type Msconfig into here, press OK. But now this should load up. Once you're here, you want to go to general, and on your startup selection, just ensure that you select selective startup. You'll most likely have normal startup, like selected. Just select selective and just ensure that the top one is ticked. So untick this middle one, and this it's either going to let you untick it or it's just going to be completely grayed out. For me, it's just grayed out, so I'll just ignore it. But if you can untick it, just please do so. And I'm moving on to the boot tab. What we're going to do here is first of all select no GUI boot. Set our timeout from 30 to 5 seconds. If you've never messed with this, it'll probably be set to 30. Just make sure that's set to 5 now. And now we're going to go to advanced options, a number of processors. Just tick this little box and set this to the highest number you have. So mine's 8, yours may be 4, it may be 12, but just select the highest number, press OK, press apply, and now you can just exit out of here. It's going to tell you again to restart your system. I'm going to exit without restart because I'm obviously recording. But honestly guys, I'm going to end the video here. So yeah, you can basically just restart your PC at this point and you should be all good. And that is all I have for you guys. Now hopefully this video could help you guys. I just wanted to give you the best Windows settings. There really is not much more to it. I wanted to keep this video like strictly just like Windows based, so not downloading any third-party softwares or anything like that to actually optimize performance. I just wanted to keep this strictly on board, so just stuff everyone can do just to basically push more performance out of their system. And yeah, that's exactly what I did. If you guys did enjoy this video, it helped in any way, shape or form, make sure to drop a like for me, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I hope everyone has an amazing day. It's been with Fxtch, and yeah, peace.